don't play a toll like
That's
they do.
Very true. It's very true.
Facts.
Damn, I never thought of that.
Roll it out. Number 2, dirty macking.
Oh, here we go.
Have you ever dirty macked another man or been a victim of dirty macking?
First and foremost,
I've been a big victim.
listen,
I can imagine.
you can never be dirty macking on this side. I
I feel like every guy says they don't dirty mack.
Every guy dirty max.
no.
Okay,
Whoa.
hey, we
You're
got a
gonna have
little
to-
bit of controversy.
You're gonna have to
For you to
speak for yourself on that
unpack,
one.
sir.
Every guy
However-
dirty max. It might not be to women all the time,
Okay.
but they do dirty mac.
Okay,
Okay.
And sometimes it'll be to someone they know knows, like there's a connection
Oh, like
there.
a chain. So, like, I told Robinson how I
So
felt
it's
about
not like you dirty
and
mac
Robinson
on the
dirty
girl,
mac?
and you see what I'm saying. So like I've seen
chain
that
dirty
play.
mac.
so the
Chain
indirect dirty mac.
I've
Secondhand
seen the
dirty mac.
indirect dirty mac plenty of times because that's
Okay.
what a lot of guys feel like absolves them from being called
So
a dirty
what
macker.
exactly is chain? Like explain chain.
Okay,
dirty
you know,
mac,
when you put it like that, I think I may be guilty then.
So
Because I've told Robinson how I
explain
feel
it.
about certain
how
other
would that
people.
chain work? So use your example. If you were to dirty mac.
So, dirty macking itself is speaking to a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think it's direct dirty macking has to be to the woman because
Yeah.
you can't be macking on the man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
So
exactly.
you're talking to the woman, trying to badmouth another individual
Right.
to
While raising
essentially
Exactly. in
propel
hopes of-
yourself in that
Yes.
woman's eyes.
Yes.
So I guess secondhand dirty macking would be like, I'm assuming it would be me telling another man how I feel about somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'm just venting, whatever the case may be, and he now go tells that woman. So I'm the source.
Right,
Yeah.
right,
But now
okay.
he's gonna go, I guess, funnel that information to the woman, and that's his now ammo to
and
dirty
he feels
mac.
like he's doing you a solid because it's your boy.
Yeah.
But maybe he's not
You know
even doing
what
it
I'm saying?
intentionally. But it's still
That's
unintentional.
just what it is. Like, just as long as you don't say anything about the other guy, then you're clear
Facts.
of dirty macking. But if you say one thing, it doesn't matter.
The source.
It's over.
You got
Honestly,
the juice now.
I've never been the type to be like, yo, especially, listen, if I'm talking to a woman, I'm more of the type to not even ask about who it is that may be
I don't
in the
care,
picture.
yeah.
Bingo. So if it's a different situation, if let's say she's coming off a fresh relationship and there's an ex that's still in the picture, I'll ask, is your ex still in the picture? Whatever the case may be. And whatever, based on that answer, I move accordingly. But if that's not the case, I'm not asking about no other dude. And if you tell me, the thing is, women
That's
have
where
to
it is.
you know where I'm going
That's
with
where
this.
the dirty macking
Women
is.
have to understand that they will ask, they will be the ones to bring up, oh, this nigga was in my DMs.
I should
today.
not know
This nigga
half
was-
the things
It's
I know
true.
about niggas in
And
the
because
city.
a lot of it is unprovoked.
I should not.
No. A lot
There's
of it
no
is
reason for me.
unprovoked.
And then now when you say it,
It's like, I
if
have
I
to feel
don't
away.
comment on it,
I have to feel away because now I'm learning this nigga's scum. You didn't need to tell me that, especially if it's not a friend. If it's a friend, sometimes I do want to know because I want to hold my friends accountable.
Right.
But
I
if
agree.
it's just a nigga that I kind of like know,
Acquaintance.
and it's like, yo, you're telling me some foul shit. It's like, oh,
and you
like, I
haven't
don't
got,
wanna know.
say you want to have sex with this girl and you haven't yet, and she's dirty macking on this nigga.
And it's-
more, I guarantee you, 90% of niggas are more likely to cheerlead on that dirty macking because they feel like it's getting them closer to pussy.
and I don't
Right.
like that. I don't like that. I feel like you got to get it on your own merit because, yo, like the fact of the matter is, when niggas are doing this and they are dirty macking, it's like, yo, you're only doing this because you put me out of the picture. You wouldn't be here otherwise.
Threatened.
You're a bait. Listen.
This guy's about to go beta male on them.
Yo, all I'm saying is you can't have that mentality if you're really like, if you're doing that, you lack confidence.
Yeah.
Right.
As a man who lacks confidence will do that. It's never okay. I have definitely been the victim of dirty macking on multiple occasions. And
You've
you know
never
what?
been the victim? So you've
I've,
never
no, I've
Definitely.
definitely.
Oh, you
been-
have?
Oh,
Okay.
definitely been the victim.
Yeah.
And you know, some of those friendships are no longer. I'll be honest. There's maybe one or two that I wouldn't call friendships, but I'm still
You're
I'm
cool
cordial
Right.
with.
I'm still friends with people that I know have dirty macked me
Well, you've been
because
dirty
I
macked by a
get
lot of
why they.
motherfuckers.
Oh yeah,
You're the
but I.
dirty Mac man in the city.
I won't even
that's
lie.
fine.
There's
Yeah,
men
facts.
who've, I guess, dirty macked Marlon to me. And I'm like, bro, I've never done anything with Marlon. Like, I have no.
That's the weirdest
sexual
thing,
It's a
too.
forewarning.
I've never, like, we're just friends. Like,
Right.
there's no reason for you to even
I
ask
understand.
me about Marlon. Like, we have
Right.
no.
I think
Right.
once you understand why people dirty mac, it's easier to just let it go because like you understand that it's not even really about you.
It says
You know
it's
what
more
I
about
mean?
them.
Yeah, so it's like once you realize someone, and that's how I deal with all like forms of shit talk. Like once I realize, oh, okay, you're in that position.
Right.
That's why you feel okay, cool. Because intent is everything, right?
Right.
Like no matter what you're saying, what you're intending to, like the result you want from that is telling of everything. Now, once I see what you want that end result to be, I can just wipe my hands of it, because it's like, okay, I can just keep doing me. It really doesn't matter.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they're affected. I'm not. It's just like that thing where people talk about you can't stay mad because, like, it's like you're drinking poison and the other person doesn't even know
Yeah.
that
Facts.
you're mad.
Facts.
You know what
True.
I mean? Like,
Facts.
what's the point?
Yeah.
There's no point.
I think it's funny too. One of the things that I kind of noticed over the course of being a victim of dirty macking, I guess, you know, putting the secondhand dirty macking aside, like when you dirty mac to the girl, I find that you're now just making the girl more curious about why it is that you're so pressed about the person you're talking about. So it's like,
she's smart.
yeah, it's just
Yeah.
like, why are you so bothered? So like, I've had girls that come to me in the past, or even like currently, because even like my girlfriend now, like she tells me about like the guy she used to talk to, and he used to say X, Y, and Z about me, and I'm just like, I don't even know him like that. But it kind of it makes them develop like a curiosity to find out for themselves. Why is it that you have this opinion
And then
about this
especially
person?
when you don't give that energy back
Yeah,
to that
exactly.
other nigga, it's like, oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I understand
You know what
now.
I mean? You gotta let people realize things for themselves sometimes. You can't bring a horse to water every
Man,
time.
you gotta let these niggas be bozos, bro. They want to be bozos, let them be
Bozos
bozos.
will be bozos, man.
I'm honestly, I'm 30 years old. I'm not spoon feeding nobody, bro. I got one child, and I'm not feeding the rest of you guys.
And I'm just not into mix. Like, there's no
That's
point.
a bar. Wait a minute. This guy's have one dependent, no more.
like that. Like, what are we talking about? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and that's the thing. Like, so many, and it is a shame to see how many grown men do need lessons,
Reassurance.
certain lessons and reassurance
Reassurance.
and confidence at these stages. And don't get me wrong, I understand that there's stages that people go through and they lack different things. We all have our times where we're vulnerable and all that kind of thing. But I think you need to always be working towards trying to be better. And I don't think that talking down on another man's name is ever the option that you should be taking, because if you can't do it on your own merit, you shouldn't want it.
Yeah.
Facts.
That's my opinion. You know what I mean? So, and if I ever have secondhand dirty mac, damn, honestly, I realize that sometimes I'll tell a man, you know,
We've
like,
all
yo,
felt
Yeah.
threatened by a guy at some point.
I would even say it's always
Mans will act like they've never been threatened by a dude
100%,
ever.
100%.
There are times even when it's just like a nigga on what's it called? This is one nigga that just kept popping up on the timeline like years ago when I had a girlfriend. And I knew she fucked with this nigga, like the way he looks, basically. And I'd scroll quick. If I see this nigga, I'm like, she not seeing that. Like, and you know what I mean? You gotta recognize that in your head, like, damn, I'm threatened. Like, you know what I mean?
100%.
Like, and sometimes by niggas you don't even know.
Yo,
Yeah.
and sometimes you know what, and it is a point where you got to dig deep in yourself. But there's a difference between feeling that way and there's a difference
Acting
between
on it.
Exactly.
Facts.
Because
That's the difference.
We're all human and we're gonna be vulnerable. Cause I've had in my past relationships in periods where it's like, yo, honestly, did you fuck this nigga for real? And it's like, no, I didn't. And it's like, you probably didn't. But it's like, yo, sometimes there's something that makes you feel a way, and we're human and we have those things about us. Because women feel the way the same way, and men can't sit here and act like
They do.
We never feel a way.
They do.
Fam, we be feeling a way, bro.
I know I feel
Yo,
away
keep it a bit
100
happens.
times a day.
Bro, and when you feel away, honestly, I'm on a real journey in life now where I'm trying to be accountable, and it's like, yo, in being accountable, you got to hold other people accountable, and it's like, yo, if you're feeling away, you got to be able to admit, like, yo, marriage just taught me that for sure. Like, honestly, if me and my wife are cheating each other, it's just like, yo, honestly, babe, just I'm gonna be downstairs, just
Allow me.
Time is really like, it's really useful when you're in those situations, because sometimes you really need to just dig deep into your ego and realize why you feel a certain way.
And then you gotta come back, like, you know, I apologize, whatever. I've learned, honestly, I'm not too big to apologize, because I'm not too big to apologize at all, because when I'm wrong, I have no problem with apologizing.
How often do you think you're wrong is the question.
Exactly.
No.
Am I? Good question.
If we're gonna keep it a biggity buck, I say this with every humble bone that is in my body. I'm not that wrong that often. However, when I am, no. Let's keep it. We have to speak facts on this.
That's a big statement to make. I'm very rarely wrong.
Okay, let me say
Few
this.
times I'll apologize.
Okay, no. I'm right more often than I'm wrong. I'm right more often than I'm wrong. I'll say that.
But by whose standards?
Exactly, because sometimes it's subjective.
I'd be wrong a lot.
By the amount of times that I
Same.
know that I
Same.
can self-reflect
I'd be wrong
and
a lot.
say when I am wrong. There's a lot of people who can't identify that at all. So if you can't identify at all, you don't even know how often you really are wrong. I've come to a point where I can actually say, yo, listen, I feel you. I'm wrong. Whatever. Whether it's my friends, because I've done it before, and it's in certain relationships. But like I said, this is a journey that we all need to, like, it takes time. I'm not perfect at it. But once you can start to understand that about yourself, you ask it for other people, and then you don't even have niggas around you that are doing this shit in the first place. Low key. Because you start to get to that point. Like, somebody dropped that tweet earlier about, yo, if your group chat's not talking about all this kind of stuff, you're wasting time. And it's like, yo, we talk about some wild shit, but we also talk about all
serious
this
shit.
productive shit that people are
Exactly.
talking about. So it's like, when you keep your circle a certain way, you don't have to worry about these things as much. Because
Right.
this is a problem I say I have more in my past. Not now. You know what I mean?
I'd be wrong a lot based off just miscommunication, because I'm a know-it-all, so I think I know what you're thinking and what your intention was behind saying something, and I'll jump at I'll try to be 2 steps ahead,
Yeah.
and then it'll come backfire in my face. I'm like, shit.
Sometimes we get froggy, for real.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta stay froggy for a little bit. Maybe I can get back in here. No. All right, I'm gonna take away the jab. All right, man. And then you gotta, I'm way quicker now to apologize, and like past, especially like past relationships. You weren't seeing. I was right. Like, you know what I mean. You apologize.
Oh
you know what
my
I mean.
God.
And like, once you look back at that and you see that like you were thinking the other person was always wrong, you realize you were definitely wrong majority of the time, because no one is always wrong. You know what I mean? Like, it's miscommunication is a very like large part of that, especially when it comes to relationships. Miscommunication is huge, but sometimes you're just dead wrong and you just gotta eat it and just apologize immediately. I hate grudges. I hate being mad. I can't be mad at someone for an hour, 2 hours. That's not me. I can't, like, some people could do that. I feel sick. I can't stop thinking about it the whole time.
I feel
Whole time.
you.
And I need to get rid of this. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know how people can sit in that and like absorb it, get even more mad,
Yeah.
think of more reasons to attach to it.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
It's literally toxic.
I cannot do that.
You're toxic.
Nah, that makes me sick. I can't do it.
It's-
It takes me like half an hour tops.
Yeah.
You hungry? Like,
That's the
you
one.
hungry? Like,
That's the one.
You hungry is the number one out in the entire.
That's basically saying I'm sorry now. But I feel you, because I think a lot of what you said resonated with me. But I also think too, like, the reason why I was so hesitant to make those apologies and also take accountability is because mostly just pride. Like, I just like, yo, one of us has to be wrong here, and I'm not backing down.
Yeah.
And I know that you are gonna have to back down, because I'm not gonna be the one to say sorry or that I was wrong or X, Y, and Z. But like, I feel like once you find, I guess they were talking about the relationships aspect too, like someone that you're like, it's not even worth it to just.
It's never worth it.
So I'm just like, you know what?
Yeah.
Chalk it up. Take this L so we can get back to me being happy. And like,
Yeah.
I can't stay like I can hold a grudge. Don't get me wrong. But like, if it's someone that I value,
Yeah,
and
no.
I also know in the back of my mind, like, there's always like a little voice saying like, yo, this is very petty of you, because I'm petty king. But like, when it comes to like something that's really petty and then someone that also values at the same time, like the clash happens. I'm like, you know, this is not even worth it.
Yeah.
You're wrong. And I guess that comes with growing up too. Like, I'm like, yo, you're actually wrong. I can't suppress it anymore. Like, I used to be able to ignore when I'm in the wrong here, and I'm like, okay, you know what? Like, there's no
Same.
gray area
Yeah.
here. Now it's just like, you know what? Like,
And I think
Pick
it
up your phone,
takes
send that text.
who you're talking to too to bring that out of
Facts.
you, to like
It's
make
easier
you
to-
want to apologize.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, there's some people you're with that like, I'm not apologizing for shit.
Facts.
No way.
That's
'cause-
you.
yeah.
You know what I mean? That's you.
You're not getting it.
You feel me? But
Right.
like, there's some people where you're just like, this is not even like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Like, it's not even worth it.
Facts.
Question 3.
Damn it, that was off of